Hey guys, how's it going? Well, today I'm going to show you the inside of my van. First look. Now, don't get too excited. It's what you would call a work in progress. And I cannot overstate that. Um, it's so much to do, it's not even funny. So if you think it's finished, nah, it ain't finished. Um, I don't know what else to say. So let's start. Let's start with the stuff behind me. This is just R3 insulation. It's half-inch polystyrene. I've got a piece of Luan I'm going to stick over here, and I'm not going to put hardly any insulation, pardon my fingers, in this section so that I can have my bed wider. I'm not overly thrilled with the bed. It's still too short. It's 73 inches, and I think I can, if I lower it by 2 or 3 inches, I can get it to about 75 inches, maybe. Well, at the widest part, it's 76, so maybe I can get it to 76, but I doubt it. But in order to lower the bed, I have to lower the battery, which means I have to cut the floor so I can lower it by ½ inch that way, and lower it another inch by taking the insulation out from under it where the floor is, and that'll give me another 1.5 inches, and there's probably an inch, at least an inch or two, awesome inch or two, above the battery as well. So and then the wheel wells themselves are 10 inches plus the ½ inch. So I would like to fit my milk crates underneath, which are 11 inches. So it's going to be at least 11 inches high, but that's for another video. I'm not going to attack that right now. So let's take a look around this thing. As you can see, spray painted some of the stuff before I moved into the van, so it wouldn't off-gas too badly in here. And I did that because it's where there's exposed metal, and it was an effort to prevent rust. So I got lots of work to do, as you can see. And I'm probably going to put some insulation against anything that's metal is going to be covered. So, yeah, anything metal that you see will be covered. So let's start with this old mess. This is the beginnings of my electronics section. I just have it loosely, that's my inverter. I got it loosely hanging there. I know it's terrible. I should be thoroughly punished for that. But it's been like that for like 3 weeks, and I haven't had a problem yet. So I'm going to extend the wire and put it on the floor behind down there. But yeah, there's so many things to do. It's on the list. Fan is working well. As you can see, I have a ½ inch of insulation above the wood garnish, and that will stop the wood from getting moldy. That's my hope. It's already got a coat of polyurethane on it, and that's not how it's going to look when it's done. Believe me, the roof it's got a long way to go. See, all this stuff, I was hoping I could just leave it, but I'm going to have to chip it off, I think, in order for me to maximize the insulation. So that's the biggest progress right there, is that wall. And over here I just got stuff stored, insulation. And the hardest part about living in a van while you're building it is just having room. I mean, I just spent like a good ½ an hour cleaning this thing out because it was all helter-skelter mess. And then here's my tools. Get off of there, you. And yep, tools. And over there's all the insulation, bits of wood. I don't really have that much wood right now. I've got rid of a bunch scraps I thought I wasn't actually going to use. There's some in the corner that I kept just in case I need some small pieces. And this pile of junk is a sleeping bag, outer case that I got some stuff in. My bass amp right here, bass guitar, backpack, empty water container. This is all I'm using for water right now, just a 4-liter container. And that's pretty much it, guys. And the floor is still a beautiful shade of cardboard. Really messy, but it's not a lot of point in doing anything with it because it's just gonna damage the floor. That's why it's there. So here we have the skylight. I still have to take this butyl tape off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it off, and I got a gap, a big gap right here. If you can see that. I'm going to fill this gap with butyl tape. And I'm wondering about that. People that are in the know, let me know what you think. When you put the insulation on the roof, does it matter that there's like a 3 or 4 millimeter gap there? Because the insulation is going to go across like this, and unless you put some insert in here, some sort of insulation, isn't that air gap going to create condensation? I don't know. I don't really see anybody doing anything about this. They just put the stuff straight across. If you have any ideas about that, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much. So this is all going to be painted, and then I'm going to stick the tongue and groove pine above it. Of course, first, before I do that, I have to insulate everything. Yep, it's a mess. Oh yeah, I forgot about the skylight. Squirrel! So all this tape is coming off. I just taped, I used the tape to keep the polystyrene in place while I attached it to the roof. I'm going to cut it off, and then I'm going to polyurethane all that wood just to inhibit any moisture or mold issues. But so far, it rained last night pretty well, and not a drop of water came in, so that's awesome. So there's my cooler, bathroom, my duffel bag of clothes, which is a mess, and endless breeze, which I'm not really using. I find the placement of the fan just right where it is I haven't needed to use the endless breeze, because if it's really hot, I just blow the air in from outside, and you know, my body's right on the bed, and it nicely cools me off. So, oh, that's awesome. Let's see how many volts we got on the old digital voltmeter there. Digital voltage readout. 14.2. Pretty good. Pretty good. So living in a van life of Chuck gave me this idea of spray painting the windows. I had like 3 cans of spray paint that came in the van. I wouldn't have probably bought it. But there's a tint on the inside, so if I wanted, I could just peel that off and have regular glass. But it's good for privacy, and it's good enough for now until I'm going to cover that whole thing up with a foam board. It's on the list of things to do. Anyway, thanks again for the idea, Chuck, if you're watching this. Anyways, guys, there you have it. The inside of my van before it's anywhere complete. It's probably maybe 10% done. There's no way I'm going to get this finished by the end of the summer. But, yeah, you do what you can, right? I am loving the skylight. It is such a great thing to have. Getting all this natural light, and it's perfect. Hope it does okay when it gets cold out, but like I said previously, if it gets cold and it starts becoming a problem, I'm just going to make a foam board insert and stick it in there. Problem solved. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a good night.